Oh, all right. Can you hear me?
I got you.
Oh, all right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of the Sin City 7 stream. I am Killjace and I am a grumpy Raider fan. And with me today, sipping a tall glass mug of who knows what.
Screwball and cream soda.
Hey, football and cream soda. All right. The man that goes and throws down the big bucks in R&R for the One Nation Foundation. It is Big Bass Raider. Uh,
What's going on?
how's it going, Big Bass?
Back in Texas.
All right. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is the Sin City 7 stream, and the Sin City 7 is a group of Raider fans who are like minded in a way that they wanted to get together and chat about the Raiders. Obviously, guys, we decided, you know what, these conversations are going so well for us. Why don't we just go ahead and throw them on the YouTube just for us to hang out and talk about our favorite football team? Obviously, we are not like any other group. We are not going to take a lighter journey into the dark side. We are strictly dark side. We're going to tell it how it is. We're going to call a spade, heart a heart, diamond, a club a club. We're not going to pull any punches here. We're going to speak the truth, and that's what it is. That being said, though, we respect each other's opinions, and we respect other people's opinions as well. So if you differ from us, we're not going to go and be like some other people that are on YouTube or social media. We're not going to say that you don't know nothing about football, because after all, we are just fans and we are not experts. So whoever is an actual professional expert in the football realm can say stuff like that, but we're not going to say that, because after all, we're fans and we respect each other's opinions. Oh, we had a game today. So let's go ahead and get to it. Boom. And share. Get this thing cracking here. Boom. That looks good. All right, as you guys can see, it was the Raiders versus the Patriots here in Las Vegas. So, yeah, you got that going on. I think I just lost. Oh, never mind. Did I lose? Did I lose you? I think I lost Big Bass Raider for a second. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens with Big Bass. All right, so obviously coming in here, the Patriots are not how they used to be, guys. The Patriots have been far from their former glory and have not been the same ever since Tom Brady has left, and they have continued a downward spiral and everything. The evil empire is pretty much on the brink of complete collapse. The Rhine has been frozen, and the horrors of barbarians, that which are all the teams that the Patriots have beaten up within the past decade, have now come to get a little payback. And Big Bass, what were your thoughts about going into this game first? What did you expect out of the Raiders?
Well, we went over this last week. Expected to have a blowout type of game,
Mm-hmm.
and we said at the end that we were probably going to get what we got today, which was a low scoring uh, poop sandwich, basically.
Mm-hmm. I think we all figured that out. Luckily for us, it actually ended in a victory, with the final score being 17-21, the Raiders winning. I'm telling you, the Raiders, oh, ugly, 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 ugly. Like, granted, hooray, we are now 3-3. We're basically now back at 500 and whatnot. But I mean, this should have been like a week after week. We come in here thinking that things are going to be different and that the offense is at least going to catch some strides. The defense is going to perform and be stellar. But this every single week so far, it's been the same thing. I am waiting for these fans who are speaking so highly of our team to have the Raiders actually back them up on what they're saying, because I viewed this as a low scoring game where we're going to barely win. Big Bass, you had the same thing. Pretty much, we got proven right.
Yeah, all I can say is they were lucky they were playing the Patriots today.
Mm-hmm.
Any other team, I don't think that would have been the outcome today.
I yeah I. So what really stuck out at you with this game?
Well, on a positive note, McDumbass decided we have some tight ends and we could actually use them today.
Mm-hmm.
We haven't seen that many targets to tight ends all season.
Which is going to show in our stats when coming up. Exactly, and you know what? Our run game is still not getting to where we need it to get to at all. Lo and behold, you can easily call it, and again, we do not see anything positive when a player gets injured. We say this reluctantly and also and with good enough reason, is with Jimmy Garoppolo going down with a back injury and being rushed to the hospital. Hopefully he's okay, because after all, he is human. He is one of us. He's a Raider. He's part of our team. We hope that it's nothing that serious.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, from a football standpoint, this dude is made of glass. Very thin, very fragile glass.
Yeah,
So,
it didn't look like much of a hit.
yeah, it didn't look like much. He went down. I'm sure all of Raider Nation was getting ready to riot when Brian Hoyer came out to the field.
Woo.
But somehow Hoyer did okay for us to enough for us to get the win.
Yes, he did.
Oh, well, so I mean, trust me, I was getting ready to grab my pitchfork and torch, but then Hoyer started being adequate, decent. So I had to put that back in the closet. How about you?
Yeah, I was just checking out his stats for the game, and he actually looks like he did better than Jimmy. Definitely had I think he was at 10.4 yards per attempt. Had almost as many yards with, let's see here, trying to find it real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jimmy was 14 of 22 for 162 yards with a 7.4 average, and Brian was 6 of 10 for 102 yards with a 10.2 yard average.
Mm-hmm.
So we really have our best player out on the field right now. Not saying that Brian Hoyer is anything special, but you know, you got to go off the numbers today.
And that being said, I mean it does somewhat make sense to bring Brian Hoyer out, because after all, Brian Hoyer is a veteran. He knows the system, the dreaded system of McDaniels better than O'Connell. Would we have liked to seen
I
O'Connell
don't
out there?
I don't think that would have made much difference. I don't believe O'Connell was active today, was he?
I have no idea. But either way, Luckily Brian Hoyer came out of there and did what he needed to do. But let's go ahead and go over some stats real quick, guys. After all, we'll be going over team stats first, where we compare the two teams. After that, we'll go over the individual stats, and that's just for individual stats with the Raiders, not the Patriots. If you're wanting to go and get individual stats from the Patriots, you can go somewhere else because we don't play that bowl. We're strictly Raider fans, so therefore we're only going to go over Raider stats, except for comparing the two teams. All right, so here we go with the stats. So the Raiders' total offense is 348 yards compared to 283 yards for the Patriots. Passing yards 264 to 200. Rushing yards 84 to 83. We actually won in the rushing yard category. That's the first time in, I think, this entire season that we've beaten a team out in rushing yards. Yards per play is 5.4 to 4.6. Turnovers 1 for 1 for interceptions. Time of possession 32 minutes and 12 seconds compared to 27 minutes and 48 seconds. And then of course we actually won in the penalty category 10-6. Bravo to the Raiders. Which one of these stats sticks out to you, Big Bass?
Well, I don't know if we won the penalties. We had some definitely untimely penalties today. Hey, passing yards. Hey, we were 264. I said last week I'd like to see those rushing yards up over 100. We have not even really sniffed 100 yards for Jacobs, let alone as a team.
Well, for penalties, if you want to get into penalties real quick, it's 10 penalties for 79 yards for the Patriots, 6 penalties for 42 yards for us. So
didn't feel like it.
Yeah, didn't feel like it, huh?
No. Was I the only one that thought that when Merrick had that interception that he actually fumbled it at the end of that play?
I don't know. I had to take the look at the replay to figure that one out. I had quite the full play today, so the stuff that I did catch and everything, yeah.
Had to watch it on my phone, so it was hard to tell, but it looked like he fumbled it at the end. But they gave it to us, so.
Well, that's good enough for us. But
that's right.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I'm glad that we won in the rushing yard category finally. But I want to see that number being up more. Again, O-line needs to get the rushing game going on because I mean, Josh Jacobs can only do so much once you hand that ball off. He needs those holes. He needs those seams. He needs people those linemen to win the battle in the trenches. If they're not doing that, we ain't gonna go very far. So there's that. Everything. Time possession. I'm glad we're still winning in time possession, but turnovers though. I mean that's a 1-for-1 turnover. We need to be in the plus category since we're still lagging extremely behind when it comes to turnovers.
Yes, we are.
Yeah, there's nothing I can say about that. I mean, yeah, we just need to get things taken care of, and if we don't,
He's targeted out.
We're gonna just, yeah, that's all we can do.
We also had a pretty scary moment when Devontae went down. That's for sure.
Yes, I mean, yeah, it's bad when Garoppolo went down, but it's worse when you got Devontae Adams going down because then that just shrinks the entire zone of passing game and everything because You need Devontae Adams though to open it up. But
Yes, we do.
either way, though, let's go ahead and go over the individual stats now. Unless you got anything else that you want to talk about when it comes to team stats.
Nope, I think we're good there.
Mm-hmm. All right. Here we go for player stats. So there it is. Jimmy Garoppolo, 14 for 22, 162 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception. Josh Jacobs leading the way for rushing, 25 attempts for 77 yards, no touchdowns, 3.1 yard average.
Truth is,
And then you got receiving. There it is. The rookie, Michael Mayer, 5 receptions for 75 yards, no touchdowns. The 1 touchdown was by Jacoby Myers. Go fig. Turnovers. One interception by Jimmy Garoppolo. Turnovers, though, for the defense, the 1 interception by Morig, so good job on him. Sacks. We actually don't have 1 sack. We actually have 4 sacks. That's a typo. That's what shows what happens when I'm trying to scramble all the stuff together to get this thing going. Crosby and Nichols shared a sack each.
Yep.
So then you got Robertson, Jenkins, and Butler. And then no tackles for losses. That's a typo. Don't worry about that. It brings a total of 4 tackles for loss. So obviously, it's great to see Crosby still doing his thing, pressuring the quarterback. I am very happy for the defense that they are able to get to the quarterback and record sacks. That is the main thing for me. Is that hey, at least this game we are getting to the quarterback, and we need more of that in order to continue to succeed. If we don't, again, that's just me being defensive minded. Because I'm just my first thought process is always going to be on defense. So yeah, Jimmy Garoppolo does what he does, but and again, as you said, it's great to see that the tight ends are actually getting some touches. With that being said, we need more rushing from Josh Jacobs. So that's that for that.
Where's Renfro?
Renfro, yeah. Where is Renfro? Oh, he's out there somewhere, I guess. I
think it was the special teams deal.
Yeah, let me check here. Hunter Renfro, not even on there. He was not even on the receiving. He wasn't even targeted.
Nope. But I have heard that he's on the trade block. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens with Trayon Moore, or not with Trayon, but Hunter Renfro. Like, that is a great.
We have all these weapons and we keep getting rid of them.
Yep. Or we don't. We end up not using them. Hunter Renfro is a stellar slot receiver.
But we knew the writing was on the wall when they brought in Jacoby Myers in the offseason.
Yep. Yep. So, yeah. We'll see what happens with that. Anything that you see out of stats wise for this one before we move on to special teams?
No, they were all kind of disappointing.
Yep. I'd say so. Like there's nothing I can really say that these stats aren't showing. Just we should have been winning by more, but we knew that our Raiders are just going to downplay, underperform, and that's it. So moving on. Moving on.
The Patriots were definitely decimated with injuries. This should have been a walk in the park.
Yeah.
A Verbo is for sharing all kinds of moments.
So moving on, though, special teams. The man, the myth, the legend, Daniel Carlson. He must have said, "My bad. I'm sorry, guys. I got you next game." during that game against the Packers, because then he went 4 for 4 for field goals, his longest being 37, 1 for 1 for extra points, which brings a total of 13 points. Daniel Carlson outscored the offense by 7 points, an entire touchdown, or
Well,
no,
8.
8, yeah.
There's our MVP for the game.
Yep, that's the MVP for the game. Punting, you have AJ Cole with 2 punts, 51.5 yard average. One was inside the 20, and his longest being 57 yards. No kick returns at all today. Punt yards, we got Carter with one return for 13 yards, 13-yard average. Let me make sure that's right, though. It could have been.
That's what I saw.
Okay. I was making sure. I was like, wait, was that Hunter Renfro? No. But so obviously I am very glad that Carlson has gone back to what he used to do, so he can actually like nailing field goals, because it was very weird to see him miss those field goals last game. But at least our special teams are doing something other than our offense. How many trips to the end zone do we have? The red zone. How many trips do we have? Did we have like 6? Was it 6 trips to the red zone? Do you remember?
I want to say maybe 4. I think we were outside we might have been outside the red zone on a couple of those field goals. But it could be all 6.
It could very well be. I don't really have I don't know exactly how many, but I mean, if it's true that we had around 6 trips to the red zone, or even more than that, that's unacceptable right there. Like, we have got to do better in the red zone.
Yes, we were 1 for 6 in the red zone.
1 for 6 in the red zone. Are you kidding me? That cannot happen.
Our savior Jimmy Garoppolo was supposed to fix all that. Remember?
Yeah. The numbers. Oh, he's really good in the red zone. Well,
now 2 of those might have been Brian Hoyer.
Probably. I think there was one, but still, I mean, good Lord. Another thing to do, though, I mean, honestly, I mean, the fact that the one punt by AJ Cole led to the safety, I mean, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Why wasn't that not in the stats?
Well, again, that was the one that was inside the 20 for AJ Cole. It is until you look closely at the drive, you actually see that. Which, whew.
When was the last time we got a safety?
Wow, that's actually a good question. That's on the Google right there. Last time the Raiders had see.
I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Forced safety. That's of course. It's like the Raiders safeties is like, no, we don't want the player, we actually want the act.
Yeah, Google's not very NFL friendly.
Oh. Even the future, nothing works. All right, whatever. I'm not gonna dwell too much on that. I mean, yeah, just the fact that our at least our special teams showed up and performed, and they helped set us up with the win is awesome. Especially, yeah, 3 plays, -9 yards. I mean, again, that punt by AJ Cole to get it all the way to all the way to force him to fair catch it on the 9 yard line, and then sure enough, three plays. Actually, no, 5 plays later, we get it. We get a safety. That's awesome. Good on the defense for that. And that's how I like games to be. That's how I like games to be finished. Is when it's the defense is in defensive hands. And if our defense was good enough to actually shut them out, that's even better. So, yep, there's that. You got anything else, Big Bass?
Sure. Oh, our last safety was actually in 21.
Oh, it was in 2021?
Yep.
Where were we? Who were we against?
That doesn't tell me. It was might have been at the end. Yeah, it's not giving me an option to see who it was, I don't think.
Okay. Well, it is what it is. A win is a win. That's all I can say about that.
They just don't feel like wins.
No, they do not. No, they do not.
It's like it's more we survived. We're playing the Hunger Games. We survived.
Yeah. We survived to see another day. That's completely how it is. All right. Moving on though, it's our favorite portion of this show. It is the turd sandwich versus the bacon praise burger. Well, as ugly as it is, I'm still gonna give them a bacon praise burger. How about you, Big Bass?
Yep, got to. I mean, they got the W.
Yeah. All right, so obviously we're going to go with the praise burger. So for those who are wondering what the heck is a bacon praise burger, well, imagine if you will, you're part of the workforce and you see a coworker, or maybe even you're at the house and you see a loved one doing something that's not good enough or is dangerous or whatever. It doesn't look right. Instead of maybe going and sending them to the front lines against the 33rd Ground Regiment of the Redcoats in the Revolutionary War, maybe, just maybe, you should give them a bacon praise burger. And what a bacon praise burger is: positive praise, something that they're doing right. Then you go constructive criticism on things that they can do better. And then you finish it with positive praise. And obviously there's bacon involved. Bacon is the best part, in which you would say the best thing that they are doing. Hence why it's called the Bacon Praise Burger. Because after all, ladies and gentlemen, bacon loves you. Bacon wants to be a part of your life. Why don't you sacrifice just a little small time of your day to maybe get some bacon and put that in your belly? Because it's bacon. All right. So since I am the more the veteran of the group when it comes to the bacon praise burger, I can go ahead and start. So for positive praise, I'm gonna say good job on the offense. Good job on the offense for finally realizing that you guys have tight ends. Good for you. Give yourself a cookie, because there's more than just Jacoby Myers out there. You have tight ends. You have Devontae Adams. You have all these other wide receivers and tight ends. And I'm happy that you guys are finally targeting your tight ends. Let's keep that up, though. Don't just continue to throw to Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams only. Let's make sure you're targeting and opening up your freaking vision onto our tight ends. Now, constructive criticism. Six trips to the red zone, and you only convert one touchdown. How many touchdowns would that have been if you guys just converted and got a touchdown? That is 42 points that you could have put up against the Patriots. That is unacceptable. Coach McDoofus, call better plays. Offense, freaking execute better. O-line, for the love of God, win the battle in the trenches. Unacceptable. Do better. Now, to finish it off with positive praise, defense, you guys showed up again, and you ended the game with a safety, a sack. Good job on you guys. Good job on rising to the occasion. We need more of that going forward, especially that you guys were able to get to the quarterback and sack him more than once. Not only that, more than twice. So that is my bacon praise burger to you. Big Bass, what you got?
All right. Well, the Raiders, y'all persevered today and you got us to win. You grounded out. My question is, why did you have to grind out this win? Could it be your lack of tackling in the open field? Could it be your lack of execution or the piss poor play calling? We need imagination. We need something to spark the offense. We were lucky today. We played a worse team than ourselves and barely came away with a 6-point win. You've got to do better, Raiders. Put your nose to that grindstone and let's keep on grinding out. Next week, we're not going to be playing against who we thought we might be playing against. They won today. They're going to be on a roller coaster high. So we need to get that execution and the play calling down a lot better and not just on our first drive down the field. And I guess the bacon today is going to have to be Max Crosby. He was in the backfield. Him and Nichols, I believe it was, that combined on that sack for the safety. Y'all did good today.
Mad is my bacon too. Mad Max Crosby.
Absolutely.
If more players...
I want more bacon. I want more bacon on my burger.
More bacon is better.
It is.
And that's what we need, Raiders. We need you to be more like Mad Max Crosby out there. I guarantee you, if all of y'all play with as much intensity and drive as Max Crosby does, you guys could beat any team that comes up against you. Whether it be the 49ers, the Chiefs, the Eagles, you can beat any of them if you just have the same drive intensity and passion to win as Mad Max Crosby.
There's the bonus piece of bacon. The Niners lost.
True. That means no undefeated season for them.
That's right.
All that's left is the
Philly lost too, didn't they?
Uh,
I think I saw that. I think Philly
did
lost
they?
to the Jets.
Yeah, they did.
Hey, we got 3 pieces of bacon on this burger.
Hey, you know what? You know what? Salute to those old school 1970s Dolphins. They can pop the champagne. They can still say that they are undefeated.
Yep.
Until the Raiders get good enough to where we become undefeated and go all the way, and then it's ours, you know.
I might be a really old man by that time.
By then, yeah,
I'm hoping not.
by then you're in the senior home.
Don't laugh. That's not too far away.
Oh. All right, let's go ahead, take a quick break and refresh the meeting, and then we'll get back to you guys in a couple of minutes. So hold on just a second, guys.
I don't got anybody or audio.
I was on mute. All right, well that concludes the Patriots game. So next week we're going all the way to Soldier Field, Chicago. It is the Bears. Well, all right. Well, what are the keys to winning this next game?
Well, number one, we had to be better in the red zone. Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
2, we need to get that run game going. We need to eat up clock. We need to keep the Bears off the field.
I agree.
And of course, the key to winning is having more points than the other team.
Yeah. Who would have thought? If you have more points than the other team, you actually win.
How do we get points? Do we buy them?
Yeah, totally. That's what you do. The team has the most money wins, right? Say that to the.
Wonder we're losing. We have no cap.
Yeah, say that to the New York Yankees. All that money, and you didn't even make the playoffs.
Yep.
Uh, well, I mean, to me, the Bears defense is not how they once were. They no longer have Khalil Mack because the Chargers now have them. There should be no excuse if we can't put up more than just one touchdown against the Bears. Shit. More than one. I expect there to be at least three. And if there's not three touchdowns, something's wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
The offense needs to score more than 20 points on its own.
yes, on its own. And McDaniels, McDumbass himself, needs to not get in his own way when it comes to scoring those points.
Don't hold your breath.
No, that's the thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. Now, good news, those Raiders. Good news for the defense. You guys are playing a not that good of an offense. Not only that, but they're headed by Justin Fields. Justin Fields, as we all know, and very begrudgingly towards Aaron the Q-Dog Raider, he is from a certain university of a certain state that for some pompous reason decide to put themselves and trademark the word the Ohio State Buckeyes. And let me remind everyone, no OSU quarterback has ever succeeded in the NFL.
My bad. They actually lost today.
Yeah, I think they did. Yeah,
I thought they won.
maybe they were ahead, but either way, there is no reason why we cannot win this game unless we get in our own way. There is no reason for the defense to not have a good game. This is an OSU quarterback you're going up against. They suck in the NFL. Justin Fields had a stellar day. You know, the past couple of games because the teams have been playing down to their competition. Let's not do the same. So that's all I have for what we need to do. Why do I get the feeling that they're going to be? I get the feeling that it's going to be another one of these games. That's me. That's the grumpy Raider fan talking. I feel like this is going to be one of those games. I want the Raiders to prove me wrong. I get the feeling we're going to have another one of these. So obviously, I still predict the Raiders to win, but I'm thinking that this is going to be a lousy I think it's going to be a lousy 20-17 game with the Raiders.
Yep.
So what's your thought on that one?
I think you're right. I mean, you know, we're not the offensive scoring type of team that we've been in recent years. Just checking out the stats from the game today for the Bears. You know what? They got a pretty stout running game today, so you know that's gonna put it more on our defensive line for sure,
Mm-hmm.
and our linebackers.
Mm-hmm.
Got to watch out. We don't want to get beat out on the edges or deep because you're going to be playing on an island.
Mm-hmm.
Looking at these stats, I don't know how the Bears lost.
Oh.
But yeah, just I have no confidence in this team to put up points. It's either going to be a squeaker loss, squeaker win, or a blowout loss. I don't have any hopes of a blowout win. I mean, we couldn't do it against arguably one of the worst teams in the NFL today.
It is the worst NFL team today. They are dead last. There's no reason why we should not beat these guys.
Well, the Patriots are now 1-5. The Bears are now 1-5. And normally that'd be, a cakewalk, something to maybe look past,
Mm-hmm.
or at least have some confidence going in. But I'm telling you, it's just rough.
It's brutal. It really is. Oh. But
we're fans.
We're fans.
We're still going to support them.
And we can only hope that they prove us wrong in a good way.
Yes. That would be a welcome sight.
Yes, it would be. Wow. That is going to be it for today. Look at that. Under an hour. Under an hour stream. My wife is going to be pleased with me. I'm sure she's jumping for joy right now. Doing cartwheels. Oh, she's blowing me kisses. There you go. So, I apologize everyone that this is a late stream and everything. Most of the Sin City 7 guys they're probably gone to bed and everything. Big Bass Raider, thank you very much for hopping on so that it's not a solo event, because then it would have been a really short stream.
Yeah, we don't like those podcast selfies, right?
Nope, I do not. I find that I find that if I'm going to be doing any kind of event where I'm streaming, I might as well not stream. I might as well just record myself and edit, and because I pause a lot. So I pause a lot when I'm trying to gather my thoughts.
And there's a lot of thoughts to get to.
Mm-hmm. So, Big Bass Raider, do you have any closing thoughts or anything that you would like to say before we leave?
Probably not safe for the airwaves. but go Raiders. Next week go 1-0 again.
Mm-hmm. Well, everyone, thank you very much for watching. And as usual, guys, just remember, just because even if the Raiders are doing good or they're not doing good, we as fans have to have the same kind of commitment and standard as the team as well. So remember, a commitment to excellence. Have a commitment to excellence in whatever you do in life, whether that be at work, whether it be with your family, your spouse, whether it be your relationship with God, whatever it is, have a commitment to excellence in what you do. That being said, guys, Raider rule number 1, and that is to do anything you can to win, because in life, that's all you need to do is just win. All right? Just win at life. Keep upgrading yourselves. Keep setting the standard to higher heights and everything. With that, from Big Bass Raider, KillJace907, and the rest of the Sin City 7, we shall catch y'all later. Bye.
Peace out.